On this episode, we're talking to insurance kingpin Kevin Hebert, and we're talking about things you need to know when purchasing car insurance. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. We have another exciting episode with Kevin Hebert with Liberty Mutual Insurance, and we are talking about things you need to know when purchasing car insurance. So, Kevin, thank you so much for joining the show.
Happy to be here, Bob. Gotta say, I'm kind of hungry. I skipped lunch because I was petrified that I was going to spill something on my shirt. So let's just keep this yes and no questions. Get out of here quick.
That's great. I've been trying to buy U2 tickets for Chicago all morning, so I need to get in and out of here too and get back to online hitting the refresh button. So this is your second time on the show. You did the neighborhood random neighborhood segment. That might have been the most. I don't know if viewed, but had the most engagement probably out of any episode. So naturally, I'm going to have you on the show again.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was fun. It was good to talk about St. Charles a little bit, and I'm glad that it got some views and got some engagement for us.
That's great. But you are a professional man. You do you sell insurance with Liberty Mutual. I guess we'll start. Have you start off telling it a little bit about yourself to the people that didn't see you on the last episode you were on, and tell us how you got into the insurance business.
Sure. I am 41 years old, live in St. Charles with my wife, Missy, and my two stepdaughters, Lexi and Kayla, our two dogs, Lola and Coco. I first got into the insurance business back in 2005. A good friend of mine, Matt Estel, that I grew up with, he opened his own nationwide agency, asked me to come work for him. I did that for about 6 years. Matt's a great guy, and we still have a great relationship, work together to this day on projects and things, but I had to go a different direction for a little while. Then last year, my sister, who has worked for Liberty Mutual for about 15 years, told me about an opportunity that they had for agents, and I really couldn't turn it down, had to take a chance on it, and I'm glad I did. So with Liberty Mutual now, and really enjoy it, and love the company.
That's great. What do you like most about working for the company?
Just
or the job in general.
Yeah, I mean, the company is just solid. I'm a big believer in a lot of the things they do, the way they treat people. We just try and do the right thing for our customers. As far as me and the job of being an insurance agent, it's easy to say, I want to help people, but everyone wants to help people in their job. Nobody goes to work every day saying, can't wait to get out there and hurt someone today, so what I think is the best part about being an insurance agent is that insurance is a very intangible thing. You have coverage, but until it actually is needed, it's just there, so as an insurance agent, you're the one tangible thing that's there for your customers. They can call you, they can talk to you, they can ask you questions if they're having an issue. So being that tangible person that can help your client, that's pretty important, and I really enjoy doing that. So
that's great, and I could tell that you really do enjoy it. Now, this is a time of year that everyone spent some money over the holidays. People are starting to probably get more in contact with you about shopping car insurance, that sort of thing. This is a good time to discuss things people need to know about when purchasing car insurance. So one thing I've always been curious about is, what are the types of things that affect car insurance rates? What are some things people need to know about?
Gotcha. Well, there's about 714,000 things that go into the rates, the rating matrices, but really there's kind of a big picture and a little picture. The big picture is maybe the state or the city or the zip code that you live in, can have an effect on your rates. Loss ratios in that area. So, like here in Missouri, we have hail quite often. So if we have a big hailstorm come through and it tears up a lot of cars in St. Louis, it can actually affect everyone's rates in St. Louis, even if you weren't one that had hail damage yourself. Just the amount of claims. Nowadays, distracted driving is a huge thing. There's as many accidents or more accidents than there's ever been, even with all the safety features and technology that are on the car. So that's kind of big picture out of your own personal control.
Okay.
But what you can control personally is things like your driving history, obviously being as safe of a driver as you possibly can, your tickets, avoiding tickets. If you get a ticket, you might want to talk to an attorney about it, rather than just, paying it. So
I got mine on speed dial.
yeah, so that's good to do. But then one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't realize nowadays is your credit has a tremendous impact on your insurance rate. So, having the good credit will, help your insurance rates tremendously. So, credit not just for your home rate or your auto rate when you're, purchasing things on your loans, but your insurance too.
Okay. Now, what are some mistakes that you oftentimes see people make when purchasing car insurance?
I think one thing that people get too hung up on is worried about price. And price is obviously a factor for all of us. We don't want to have to pay more than we should for anything. But oftentimes people get so hung up on price, they miss out on potential value that's there in their policies. There's things that you can change in your policy, like your liability limits, maybe just bumping them on your homeowners from $300,000 to $500,000 or $1 million, and it might add, $20, $25 a year. So for another, dollar or two a month, oftentimes you can increase those limits, better protect yourself. On your auto insurance, same way with the liability limits. The minimum limits in the state of Missouri are $25,000 per person, $50,000 per person or per accident for bodily injury. Well, those are bare minimum numbers. You hurt someone in an accident, they're most likely going to exceed those limits.
Right.
But those limits, by increasing them, also can help your rates down the road if you ever do go to shop around. Having those higher limits coming into a new company makes you a better risk in their eyes. So things like that, maybe where you spend a few dollars more to have those higher limits can pay off down the road, for you for years to come.
Definitely, and you definitely don't want gaps in coverage.
No,
Not
definitely
defeats the purpose of insurance if you're not protecting yourself for the occurrences that you're trying to help you protect yourself from. So,
absolutely.
What types of, I know some insurance companies have discounts, whether it be for students, I don't know if students, if they do that or not, but like professions, things of that nature. Do you guys provide discounts for people in certain professions?
Absolutely. That's one of the biggest things with Liberty Mutual is our strategic partnerships with employers, organizations, alumni groups. We have a discount for all members of the Fraternal Order of Police, the International Firefighters Association, the National Association of Realtors. We actually have a discount for all the members of NAR, and they're actually able to gift their discounts to their customers. So it's really nice, for them to be able to give something back to their customer. Alumni associations, number of different universities, credit unions that you're a member of. So there's all kinds. We can almost find a discount for everyone if we just have the conversation, find out their scenario, their situation. So
okay, well, great. Well, a lot of good info. If people are interested in contacting you, how can they contact you, and also where can they find you on social media?
Gotcha. So social media might actually be one of the better ways to contact me. I'm a Facebook junkie. I'm on there all day, every day.
Okay.
Use it for work all the time. I've seen a lot of people over the years use Facebook for their business, and some people are more direct than others. And just for me personally, my style is to more create awareness on Facebook rather than hard sell things to people and get a quote, buy now, those sort of things.
Right.
So my personal Facebook has always been more humorous, just kind of sharing observations, things like that, stuff that I find funny. So I try and stay true to myself, and when I post about work, to try and keep it light, informational but light. And I've gotten a great response on that and a lot of engagement. People are frequently asking me for quotes and information, so it's going good. But I also have a business page, and that I use more for getting information and educating out there for people. So yeah, if they just look for me on Facebook, Kevin Hebert. I know my last name is a little funky. It's spelled Hebert. Looks like Hebert, but
I wasn't going to make that mistake.
No, nobody ever has. So it's
you mispronounced Kevin's name once, and you know not to do that again.
The public, they forgive, but they never forget, Bob.
So, all right. Well, I'll tag. I believe I can do both. I can tag your professional page on the video, and I could also I think I'm pretty sure I could tag you personally as well, so people can
Perfect.
follow you on both,
Yeah, and I recently
or
got
one or the other.
got a new cell phone number recently, 314-913-7221. I actually have to cheat a little bit on it
Okay,
still. So
you're just doing that, so I have to edit more in the video and put that on the screen, aren't you? So
the
more work.
the more work
Just
I
in this-
create for you.
The work involved with this video just keeps piling up on me. But no.
Excellent.
No, totally joking. Really great to have you. It'd be awesome to have you again at some point. I'm sure there will be a topic that comes to mind that'd be good to talk to you about. So we'll have you on again at some point. So well, thanks again, everyone, for joining us. If you like the episode, please like, share, comment. If you really want to earn bonus points, like my company page on Facebook. That's really appreciated. I'm being aggressive, trying to grow my audience this year. So thanks, everyone. I will see you guys next week, and goodbye for now.